guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming my first back to school video for this year, which makes me really sad to say that because it's reminding me how fast this summer flew by. I seriously feel like summer gets shorter and shorter every single year, but it's all good because I have no good thing to say. Earlier this morning, I asked you guys to tweet me any back to school questions that you had with the hashtag #AskClaudia. By the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, my username is @Claudia if you want to follow me. But anyways, I feel like most of these kind of have to do with high school, and that's kind of usually what people are nervous about. So I'm really excited to answer these, and hopefully they help you out a little bit. The first question asks, how do you deal with classes you are having trouble in? I feel like the first thing that a lot of people mess up on is being afraid to ask for help, because that is not a bad thing at all. My advice to you would be to create and establish a really good relationship with your teacher, because if you show to your teacher that you care about, getting a good grade and focusing in class and doing the best that you can, they will genuinely want you to succeed in their class. Best concealers to hide dark circles. This thing right here. I have been using the Maybelline Age Rewind Brightening Concealer for probably 2 to 3 years now, and I am still completely obsessed with it. The next question asks, do you have any freshman advice? And I would have to say to not be afraid, but be excited, because you are going to be creating so many memories and learning a lot of things throughout your 4 years in high school. I feel like as long as you participate in the things that actually interest you, you will be able to find the friends that were meant for you, and you're just gonna be able to get along with really well. Definitely go into freshman year with open arms and an optimistic and open mindset, because if you shut yourself out from certain things, then you'll never be able to discover that part of you or meet people that you would have never met before. Just be excited. It's gonna be a fun time, I promise. What is your favorite subject? I was always really into any type of science class because I love learning about our earth and nature and all of that. It just really interests me. And I also really like art class just because I love to paint and draw and clay and all that. Do you have any studying advice? I'm gonna say what everyone says, which is study in advance and give yourself time. To give you guys a better understanding, think of your brain as like a seed that you're trying to grow for this test. That sounds really strange, but just you are more likely to help that seed grow and flourish and all that stuff by watering it every single day for a long amount of time versus drowning it in water the night before you want it to grow. Basically what I'm trying to say is it is so much easier for your brain to take in information and memorize it when you put it into smaller portions and you spread it out, because when you're dumping all of these facts and all this info into your head the night before a test, of course you're not going to memorize it as well as you would if you spread it out. And it really just comes down to self-discipline and knowing that you are going to do so much better if you actually start studying in advance. Were you athletic in high school? And if yes, then which sports? Now, I wouldn't say I was the most athletic, active girl growing up, but I did play tennis on my high school's tennis team. I really enjoyed it. I met a lot of people through it. It was a great form of exercise, and it was really fun. Definitely try out for any sports that you're interested in. What do you love about school? So my favorite part about school is definitely the social aspect, and I realized this more once I moved out to LA and I stopped going to public school. Basically where I'm going with this is that when you're in school, you're surrounded by a lot of people your age that might not necessarily be in your smaller friend group, but you're acquaintances with everyone. Everyone knows each other. That was kind of one of the things that I loved about high school, because I was very, social and kind of out there in all of my classes. So whether you were in my friend group or I just met you, it didn't matter. I talked to you pretty much the entire class. And I realized when I stopped going to public school, those social interactions didn't really happen in my life anymore, because I'm out here in LA and I'm pretty much seeing the same people all the time, unless we go out somewhere or there's an event or a party or something where it's a little bit bigger. But for the most part, you're pretty much seeing the same people every single single day. So I definitely miss that aspect of my high school life, but that would have to be my favorite. How can I feel motivated to do work? This is definitely one of the hardest things to do throughout high school because you have so many distractions going all around you, whether it's boys, friends, girls, whatever, drama. I think my best piece of advice would be to imagine what you will feel like once you finish all of your work. So let's say you're coming home from school, you know you have a lot of homework. Automatically, if you sit down and you think about how you're going to feel when you finish it, because you know that once you finish things in advance, you're gonna feel amazing afterwards. You're gonna feel on top of the world, like you finished everything, you're on top of your game, and you literally have the opportunity to do that every single day. No one is standing there stopping you saying, nope, you can't do your work right now, you gotta save it till midnight. What I'm trying to say is that your work ethic is what you make it. You are in control of it and you have to remind yourself that. The next question that I wanted to answer was, how do you deal with drama? I really don't understand drama because I probably had the least drama out of like anyone I knew. I never had boy drama, I never got into fights with girls. I guess the reason why was because I always stayed out of it. I feel like whatever friend group you're in also ties into this, because if you find yourself stuck in a bunch of drama with your friends where they constantly talk bad about each other behind each other's backs, then maybe you just need to sit back and realize that these might not be the people that you should be friends with, because if they make you feel kind of on your toes whenever you're around them, or like you can't say what's on your mind, or if you get nervous around them, then those are dead giveaways that those people do not need to be in your life. You should be surrounded by people that make you feel the best version of yourself, that make you feel happy and truly support whatever you're into and what you're interested in and all that stuff. And I think once you find those people, you will realize how dumb and just pointless drama is. You don't need to have it in your life. It's like so much better when you don't have it. So my last question for today's video is, from your experience with school, what is the most important thing that you have learned? And I thought this is a really good question, so I wanted to leave it at the end. Whatever you're going through right now, whatever seems like the biggest deal ever, you will later realize that that issue that seems so big is such a small part of your life that you might actually eventually just forget about it. Your life is so long and you're gonna go through so many phases and chapters, and high school is like this small compared to your entire life. You've got like elementary school, middle school, high school, and then you've got college and your career and the family that you're gonna build and the family that they're gonna build. And I think what I'm trying to say is, don't make a big deal out of the things that you're going through right now, because at the end of the day, it's not gonna affect you in the long run, and if anything, it's gonna stop you from creating really good memories that will help you grow as a person and you will remember when you're older. So all in all, I would say to not take things too seriously, just focus on your studies, but at the same time, just have fun and create really awesome memories, because high school is gonna be a really fun part of your life if you let it be a fun part. So that's kind of a nutshell of my advice for you guys about school. I really hope that I was able to help out at least a few of you guys with today's video, and I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye! Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my summer morning routine. So I'll be showing you guys what I do from when I wake up to when I leave the house. So I normally naturally wake up at around 9 a.m. and the first thing